Before I get started, you're probably gonna think I'm gonna talk about the Black Panther film. I haven't seen that yet, so that will be coming in a few days. But today I've been waiting for to do this for a minute, and since last year, and I said to myself, I'm not gonna miss it out this year. So first thing first, the man that y'all see here, to all the football heads, who remember. Man here happens to be James David Ryan, otherwise known as Buddy Ryan, the great defensive mind coach, the creator, the architect of the fabled 46 defense that netted the Chicago Bears their first Super Bowl back in 1985, 86, and Super Bowl 20 in New Orleans, and has carried on ever since. Today marks the day. If Buddy was still alive right now, I think Buddy would have probably been like in his mid to late 80s. So this is today is his born day. Now you're probably gonna ask yourself, probably some of us probably gonna ask me, why is you even up here giving a tribute or a commemoration to a quote unquote white man or whatever like this? Let me explain something to you and let me make something very, 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 very clear. James David Ryan is not what you think he is. You know, he was one of those type of guys that's basically old school, straightforward, don't pull no punches, and don't hold his tongue, and he really don't give a fuck what you think. Because at the end of the day, he's gonna do it his way, and that's the way how he always was. You're looking at somebody who's basically a World War One Korean War veteran, military, born out of Oklahoma. I forgot the town. I'm sorry. I've been trying to pull up pictures and stuff like that. And after he got out of that, he also he played football too in college. I think he played the offensive lineman or defensive lineman. I'm not sure if I'm incorrect. Then leave the comments in the section and stuff. But I wanted to do this right. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being first. It's not about being what's popular. It's about doing what's right. So this is just right because I myself, as a Buddy Ryan fan, I mean, like, as a Bears fan, like I said, man, when I played football, if I ever would have made it in the NFL, he would be the coach that I play for. Fuck everybody else. And when I found out that he was an Aquarius, I said, oh shit, okay, cool. I got Aquarius rising on my chart, you know. But Buddy also was defensive coordinator. He coached the Jets in the '60s that propelled the Jets to their AFL championship. And after that, he went on to become defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings, and that's where the legendary name, the Purple People Eaters, came. But the majority of us best known Buddy Ryan for this, you know, as him being the defensive coordinator at the time for the Chicago Bears. This was way before Mike Ditka got there. He was hired by the late George Hallis, who was at that time was the owner of the Bears then before the McCaskies took over. And, Gary Fensick, all of them were there. Otis Wilson, Singletary, and the rest of them, they didn't get there yet. Fensick was there. Doug Plank was there. And they wrote a letter to the owner, George Hallis, about like how things weren't like that. And they said, like, you can get rid of the coach, but we want Buddy Ryan as our head coach. Buddy was defensive coordinator at the time. And then and that was just done out of loyalty, kept them on. You know, there's so many stories I've heard about it. It's just wow. I'm gonna try to sum it up in a short way, and 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 y'all could just put the pieces together for yourself. When you play for Buddy and you a defensive player, the one thing he's not gonna do out the box, he's not gonna respect you. He's not gonna respect you. He's gonna go ahead. He's gonna call you by number. Hey, number 55 or number 50, which is Singletary's number. Um, Mike Singletary got there as a rookie alongside with Otis Wilson, as you see in the picture right there. Um, Mike made one play, and let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull a picture up in the Singletary guy. Oh, here we go. Pulled the pitch. Told him 50. Go sit down. You do watch the 30 for 30 special, the 85 Bears. Mike Singletary talked about that. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could pull that shit up right now, but because Singletary at that time thought Buddy hated his guts and all this stuff. Again, like I said, he wasn't going to respect you. Excuse me. Just waking up. He wasn't going to respect you. But I think in a game when they played Kansas City, Singletary did a hellacious hit, and Buddy saw it and he say nothing. But when the team got on the bus and get ready to leave, Buddy was sitting there in the front row. I believe he was smoking his pipe. He know what he was doing. And when Mike walked by him, Buddy tapped Singletary on his leg. He said, "Number 50, good job." Because a veteran at that time was telling Mike, he said, Mike, you gotta listen, dog. Buddy loves you. Buddy loves you. And Mike thought, being at that time young, being emotional. I mean, man, the man hates my guts. Everybody in camp knows that. Like that. No. You're not listening. You're not listening. Buddy loves you. So the thing about it, so the veteran told Mike, look, man, just whatever he asks you to do or what he tell you to do, just do it. Don't say nothing. Just if he asks you a question, just nod your head, yes, no, that, like that, and you'll be fine. And the two over the years developed a bond. You know what I'm saying? We've all seen the special. I mean, I still got it saved up on Netflix to this day. When Mike went there to visit Buddy on his ranch in Kentucky and stuff like that. Like I said, man, that shit choked me up. That shit hurted me. Because people could say what they want to say about Buddy Ryan and this, Buddy and that, but Buddy was the real one though. He was the real one. You know what I'm saying? And he also had an eye for talent when it came down to drafting players, which most of them being brothers. Singletary and Otis Wilson was just two of them. Buddy was also responsible for drafting Richard Dent. Nobody know who Richard Dent was. He come from out of small school in Tennessee State. Oh, excuse me. All right, sorry about that, folks. I lost train of thought. I had a little interruption. I hate that shit. But like I said, with Richard Dent, nobody knew who Richard Dent was. Nobody during that draft at that time. They say Richard Dent was too small, saying he couldn't cut it. But look what happened. Super Bowl 20, Richard Dent was the MVP. There's a reason why they called him the sack master. You can say what you want to say about Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor was great. No doubt about that. I had an argument with a friend of mine in Brazil, talking about with Lawrence Taylor. Man, I say, look, before Lawrence Taylor, you had Wilbur Marshall. Wilbur Marshall was more feared than Taylor was. But then again, you know, nobody knew who Wilbur Marshall was. Because at the time, Wilbur didn't get there till I think about 84 or 83 maybe. Um, Drafted out of Florida, University of Florida, former Gator, roll number 88. I noticed for a fact because Wilbur is right, his birthplace is right up the road from me in Titusville. Titusville is about a couple hours, I'll say like a few hours away from Miami. You know, so Buddy knew who to get and everything like that. But this man here, Singletary, was his main guy. That was his essence on that field when they played. Because it's no doubt that, look, man, people gotta understand something. When you see Buddy standing on the sidelines like that, roaming the sidelines like that, people weren't concerned about Mike Ditka. Mike Ditka was just a face. Who could care less about Ditka? Plus, Dicka's an asshole to boot. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was Buddy you best worried about because like Buddy ain't play that shit. If you fuck up, he gonna get your ass for that because like I said once again, he doesn't respect you. But when you earn his respect, he stand up for you. He look out. He protected you. You know, Buddy didn't want to draft Refrigerator Perry. He said like, nah, he too big. He too out of shape, too fat. Couldn't get him. But I think Dick and them they had the final say so and they drafted Perry anyway. But Perry worked well with them and stuff like that. Now, a lot of the offensive players loved Buddy too. Jim McMahon, Willie Gault, definitely Walter Payton. May he rest his soul. You know, may he rise in power. Sweetness loved him. Shoot. You know, because like to me, anybody that's from Chicago, anybody that's a Bears fan can tell you that look, Buddy was more carried more weight than Mike Ditka ever did. And that year in the Super Bowl when Buddy was going to leave the head with the Eagles, Buddy didn't really want to go, but you know, he said this is one of the things he had to do. He said in that room, he told all of them, no matter what happens in this game, you guys are always gonna be my heroes. And he walked out. Singletary was crushed the most. And all type of chaos broke out in that damn filming room. You know, the shit where turn over chairs. Steve McMichaels picked up a chair and impaled it into the blackboard. That sort of thing like that. And then we all seen Super Bowl 20. We all seen what happened. You know, and it was against the damn New England Patriots. You know, because that year I said like really I wanted them to play wanted them damn Dolphins to get in there because they beat my boys, on that bullshit game Monday night, which we already know Vegas had their hand in that. You know, they're talking about we were trying to protect our unbeaten season, but the Patriots come out of nowhere and beat the Dolphins and kick them out the championship game. Okay, all right, no problem. We can't get the Dolphins. Okay, we get the second best thing. We gonna get y'all ass. Bears roasted them, murdered them, 46-10. Once again, I tell y'all about all these Super Bowls all the way back. These things are rituals. The Bears, Patriots. Okay, what you have the indigenous people, and that Bears are indigenous here to North America against European colonialism, which was the Patriots. And that had happened. Now, it's come again with the Eagles beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl this year, which happens to be where Buddy left. And boy, did he raise some ruckus in Philly. Oh God, I tell you, I don't think I could get enough of that one. That was the 5 years I loved it there. You know, I mean, he put together a fearsome defense just as fearsome as Chicago's own. I mean, starting with this man right here, the late Reggie White, 6'5", 290 pounds, runs a 4.7 in the 40. That's scary. That's scary. 87, he turned around and he drafted Jerome Brown from out of Miami here. Jerome Brown, born and raised in Brooksville. Brooksville is like a couple of hours away from me. By the way, Jerome Brown has a birthday coming up, so happy. I think it came to pass. Happy belated birthday to Jerome Brown, man. I still miss my dog to this day. Yes, I knew Jerome personally. I knew him personally. But the accomplishments that Buddy did, Buddy left a lasting influence, just not there with Chicago, and the other team, Minnesota, the Jets, but most with Chicago, definitely there in Philadelphia. You ask anybody in Philly to this day, they'll tell you they still remember Buddy Ryan because he brought Buddy Ball there to Philly from 1986 all the way to 1990. Ask the Cowboys about that one. The bounty shoe where he put bounties on the kicker. They had a squad there. I mean, Randall Cunningham is the quarterback. Yeah, I think I got that one too. You know, yeah, Randall Cunningham is a quarterback then, and Keith Jackson tight end, and you had I forgot who the running back was. You had Mike Quick. You had Chris Carter. Yes, Chris Carter played with him. Buddy cut him. Buddy said he cut Chris Carter because he said Chris Carter catch too many damn passes. I, I just like Buddy had that little quip, that little sarcastic sense of humor. That's why he was a lot like me, and I'm a lot like him. He told Steve McMichaels a while back about that, telling him like like telling him like I'm in shape and all this stuff. I've been running with the dog and all this stuff like that. I said, Buddy said, okay, we're gonna see how good a shape you in. Next thing you know, Stephen Michael started hurling and all this other stuff like that. After a few minutes, Buddy told him, "Say shit, maybe we should have drafted the damn dog." I cracked up. But the Thanksgiving game that they played against the Cowboys and Jimmie Johnson, hold on, I got it. That there was epic. Now I'm a Jimmie Johnson fan too. Now like look, man, come on. He made her well, not Howard Stellenberger did, but Jimmie Johnson kind of took it to another level. Let them boys be themselves. Let the guys be themselves, man. You know, plain and simple. Jerome Brown played for Jimmie Johnson at UM. A lot of the greats came from UM. Michael Irvin, Bubba McDowell, Melvin Bratton, Brett Perriman, all those guys, man. You know, shoot, Tolbert Bain. Damn, I'm trying to figure out who else was all there, man. I mean, you guys got to watch the first one. Always classic. I was going to UM games during those times, and that's like I said, I love the Hurricane because I love the bad boy persona. I loved it. I love the bad boy persona. And then when Jimmy left and he went to go coach the Dallas Cowboys, I automatically knew. I said, yeah, he gonna build them. That's gonna be the UM of the NFL. And then you going against Buddy Ryan. Both of them got the same type personalities. When Buddy put the hit on that kicker on the Thanksgiving Day game, Jimmie Johnson got so bad. Cowboys lost. Jimmie Johnson got so bad. He said, man, I wanted to go ahead and catch Buddy Ryan, but no, but he just ran his little fat tail on up out of here and stuff. And Buddy came back to the press conference a few minutes later and said, "Man, how dare he go ahead and call me fat? I think I look pretty good for my age. I lost a couple of pounds." It was just, I tell you, it was entertainment at its finest. It was entertainment at its finest. But on the real for real, the Eagles back then, I mean, that's the game where we seen all of them wore black shoes. We like, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on?" You know, because you was used to so much seeing football players wearing white cleats, but he brought the black cleats back. I say, Buddy took it back old school, but and I ain't got no problem. It looked good because like it was a psychological effect. Once again, Aquarius. Look what you got in the league now. Majority every team in the league, majority of the players in the league wearing black cleats. Aquariuses, they think 50 years ahead of their time, bro. But here's something. The picture I pulled this up. Everybody thought that Jimmie Johnson hated Buddy Ryan and Buddy hated him. Nah, man. They look. They were rivals because Buddy always hated the Cowboys, but he never hated Jimmie Johnson. Now, I know some coaches that he did hate. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But this is just some of the most colorful stuff. But Buddy in 1990 game, I think it was against the Redskins, that Buddy got accused of being biased of benching Randall Cunningham, and this is why I had a little bit of heat toward Cunningham because, like, you know, things weren't going well in that game, that wild card game, and you know, and myself and a few others and who got inside sources with the Eagles saying like that Randall was at that time got Buddy fired, which was fucked up, you know. You know, Reggie White being the first to confront Randall about that shit. Like, yo, what the fuck going on? You know, at the time the owner of the Eagles was Norman Brayman. Norman Brayman, who owns Brayman Cadillac and BMW down here in Miami. You know, Norman Brayman is a well-known businessman here, man. He's like, put it this way, he has as much as influence in the political and social arena as almost as much as Donald Trump. I'll put it that way. Soon after Ryan left, he was back in the NFL scene. This time he was hired as the defensive coordinator for, at that time then, the Houston Oilers. You know, this was way before they moved to Tennessee to become the Titans. You know, I still miss the Houston Oilers because Houston Texans, I'm like, not really feeling that. You know, Oilers, the House of Pain, Warren Moon. At this time, they were the only team, the other one being Detroit, running that run and shoot. Because I know me and my dad used to watch a lot of the football games, and even we said like that the run and shoot was pretty damn good, though. You know, the only thing I hated about it was no tight end. Yeah, you got six receivers lined up. You know, like please. You know. And Kevin Gilbride was offensive coordinator. We all know what happened with that game. It was a game against the Jets. I wish I had the video. If I do get to find the video, I'm gonna put the link in the description. Where Buddy said, like, man, this man ought to be selling insurance. So he called the run and shoot the Chuck and Duck, and Kevin Gilbride took offense to that. So Buddy was going down the field to get his defense on the field to stop the Jets. Kevin Gilbride come walking up behind him talking shit and all the jump. Next thing you know, man, Buddy cold cocked his ass. Almost got him. He caught him. Boom! I'm like, looking like, what the fuck? You got the coaches fighting. I say, God damn. Buddy is a cat. But look here. I say he was a real one. He was a real one. Buddy didn't play that shit. You know, Michael Barrows found that out the hard way too because Buddy drafted him out of Miami. Then Michael Barrows did some stupid shit by not showing the camp on time. And Buddy said to his face, man, he better learn to bring his ass here on the camp on time. I don't care who he is or where he come from. You playing for me, you better learn how to get you behind here on time. You can't argue with that. You know what I'm saying? You should be honored to be playing in a defense like that. I mean, Oilers at that time had one of the most feared defenses out there, man. You know, at this time, Joe Montana was with the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of stuff was going on there. Buffalo Bills was still going back to the Super Bowl every year. Hold on one second. And soon after the following year, he went on ahead and he became head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, which basically put him back not only in the NFC but in the division. But once again, he could play the Cowboys one more time. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, at the time he was playing in Houston, Wilbur Marshall joined him in Houston. And sure enough, when he came over to Arizona, former Eagles Clyde Simmons, Seth Joyner went with him. Yeah, Reggie White was gone. He was going to Green Bay. Can't say I don't blame him. That's at that time the Eagles just started to be a former shell of themselves with the Rich Kotite. Jerome Brown, he hated Rich Kotite. But Jerome wasn't around there. Jerome died in '92. Jerome Brown died in 1992 in a car accident down here in Brooksville. Him and his nephew, they bought a brand new Corvette. I guess, what happened. I don't know what. I ain't going to say what happened. I can say what Speedman, I lost control, crashed into a pole and shit. Shit. Every time I think about that shit just bothers me. Because, many times Jerome came here, we used to hang out a lot over the strawberries back in the 80s. So, But Jerome was hellified in that defensive front. He didn't play that shit. And that's what I love about Jerome. Sad, He died at the age of 27 years old. But he was Buddy's favorite, though. And if he was still alive, I believe Jerome would have joined him over in Arizona. But Buddy had a lot more talent over in Arizona because you had a young stud there by the name of Eric Swan. Let me tell you something. Swan was a beast. Swan was a beast. I think the 4 years that Buddy coached there, the Cardinals made it to the playoffs, but they just never won the game. And Buddy had a few things to say about certain players. He didn't like Deion Sanders because he said Deion Sanders is overrated. Deion Sanders is a pretty boy. Can't lie about that. Can't lie about that. And, like I say, I'm a Florida State fan. Yes, Deion can cover. He got that makeup speed. No doubt about that. But the thing I hated about Deion Sanders, he didn't like to tackle. I seen it in the game in Atlanta when he made that hit on Jerry Rice. That's about it. But I had more respect for Rod Woodson than I did Deion. Because Rod Woodson not only could cover, but Rod Woodson knock your ass out too. But it's all good. But those are just some of the most memorable things I remember about with Buddy. And this was during his heyday when he played. And let me go back. during the time where he had a lot of this going on. Oh man, I tell you, it was memorable. And this was in 1961. I think he was coach with the Jets and stuff. But I think the most memorable one, it still holds dear to me. Um, Not just the one with him and Singletary, but um, here's a picture of them. Let me just picture him right here when the '85 Bears came to the White House, and he chuckling up with President Obama. There's Jim McMahon. There's Willie Gault. There's a few of the other ones right there. The whole '85 Bears squad showed up. Obama being from Chicago, well, we know he born in Hawaii, but it says he's a senator there in Chicago. So get out your feelings, guys. So that was epic right there when I saw that. But the one picture I wish I had, but for some reason I don't have it, was when him and Singletary. This will always I will always remember Buddy like this. I will always remember like this. But I may do a continuing of them, but y'all got your own way to find out about these things. I'm gonna just let y'all leave it at that. But I just wanted to do this. I did this right here. I waited till this day because to commemorate um to sons Rex and Rob Ryan. If they even get a hold of this video or somebody get a hold of this video, send it to them. It's to commemorate a tribute. Happy birthday to their dad. One of the greatest men I've ever known. I ever got to watch or whatever. You know, he's a huge influence on my life. Period. Don't take no shit from nobody. Do what you got to do. You keep doing what you're doing. You feel is right. Don't give a shit what nobody think. And don't take no shit from nobody. With that said, happy birthday, Buddy Ryan. Wish you were here. So with that said, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. No more talk. Peace and love. I'm out. We'll be back with another one.